6 different names on the cup in the 11 years of the Heineken Championship, 10 of them at Wembley. One of those names, that of Cardiff, who were successful in 1990. And they go into today's final unbeaten in 7 playoff matches. That's the quarter-finals and Friday's semi-final, in which they achieved the championship's first Wembley shutout. 6 of the lineup have winners' medals, including 4 of the starting line. The exceptions, the new Canadian signing Steve Cadieux and Hilton Ruggles, who with 2 other clubs has never made it previously past the semi-final stage. Humberside are the lowest placed league side to reach the final. They were only 7th, but their performance in yesterday's overtime victory fully justifies their presence here. No changes in their starting line. Once again, Pete Johnson, the coach, starts with his 3 sons in attack. But the key man of the afternoon is likely once again to be number 27, Dan Dorian. It's the last time the Heineken Championship will be played for. Will there be a new name on the cup, or Cardiff's for the 2nd time? New things right to the end of the Heineken Championship. Glenn Meyer is the first Canadian to referee the final. 2 linesmen, Paul Branch and Simon Kirkham. Humberside in the dark strip. First face-off, half won by Cadieux. And the first challenge for Mike Bishop, who along with Dorian, his performance will be absolutely vital. 4 assists in the semi-final. Here is Bishop. Just fires it in to be chased. Tried to find Ian Cooper then. Was able to take it himself. Shannon Hope. Ruggles just to the right. That's no test for Frank Killen, who had an exceptional match, particularly in overtime. Somehow kept the unlucky Nottingham Panthers out. Slightly dangerous play by Anthony Johnson. And they haven't got it away yet. They had a man in front, but it's now out of the zone. Some sympathy for Nottingham Panthers. But as the Seahawks were well on top before the delay because of the plexiglass, the result in the end was probably the right one.
A quick change for the Humberside Seahawks. They throw on their number 1 line. The word from Peter Johnson, the coach, is that they're going to play defensive hockey and take their chances when they can. They know that the Devils are the most powerful team in the country. They've got some prolific goal scorers on the team, so they're going to sit back and wait for the opportunities to come up. Watch for Dorian hanging around the red line. He doesn't help the team defensively. He's a difficult guy to play with out there, but he can make or break the team. He's a great goal scorer.
Derek King behind his own net for Cardiff. For Heavey, Cardiff skipper. 3 on that blue line, then they're backed away. Dorian looking to come and pinch it. And Humberside just looking to break things up and bang the puck into the corners. Heavey. Covered by Bishop. Well, nobody's going to collect that except Cadieux. First save is at Frank Killen's end, and that was a little untidy, and all came from the slightly casual piece of play by Big Mike Bishop.
Frank Killen found that underneath him. I don't think he knew it was there. The reaction from the Canadian referee is, you didn't know it was there, did you? Watch this. McEwen buzzing around in front. The shot comes in underneath Frankie Killen as everyone goes down. That's frozen in the crease. Again, from our camera behind the net, McEwen takes a swipe at it, and Killen comes up big.
And that will bring it out for the Seahawks. Floats it over to the right, not the best of passes. Stephen Cooper just bangs it in at the other end. Haven't got anything together yet. Seahawks. it up a little bit now. Dorian in possession, little drop pass. That's nicely kept in if Johnson can use it, but he couldn't. It's a bit too tight on his skates. Didn't have enough room to swing the stick. Here's Bishop. We're inside the second minute of the penalty, and two-line pass called.
Glenn Meyer, the Canadian referee, is having a good time out there. Non-stop chatter. There's a small hole in the Cardiff net, and they're going to stitch it up later. And he was telling the boys they couldn't hit it if they tried, so not to worry about it. Cardiff wanted to delay the game so they could patch up the little hole up in the top of the net.
Kewen and Dorian at the face-off. Kewen, like Ruggles, scoring 3 times in the comprehensive defeat of Murrayfield Racers. This is Lambert. Bishop, good shot by Dorian, but he couldn't take it with him, but he was really travelling then. Ian Cooper. Into 30 seconds left on the penalty now. They can't steal it. A lot of stick holding going on between Dan Dorian and Stephen Cooper.
Cooper did a great job on Dorian, containing him just along the boards there. They know that if this guy gets free, he's dangerous.
Yes, I think Dan Dorian can expect company everywhere he goes. That's well held in by Bishop. We're inside the final 10 seconds. Nothing occurring from the penalty, which is all over now. Hilton Ruggles comes back. Pressure on. Not tidily away as yet. And Ruggles didn't realise he had the chance. He was stolen by Sean Johnson. They're playing it better now. It's even Steven in numbers than they did during the power play. One stick down, that's out of the Cardiff defensive zone. Into neutral territory again. Bishop, Lamberts, Johnson down this side, Anthony Johnson. Steven nearly took it. They were looking for the shot. Didn't come. Break out by Cardiff. McEwen carrying, and Hilton Ruggles was waiting. Didn't come across to him. Hope wide from the point. So strong that it comes out to Cooper. And again. Chasing for Ruggles. And icing called. The two teams feeding each other out. Nobody prepared to chance too much at the moment.
Humberside coach Peter Johnson told me before the game that they would play defensive hockey until they had their opportunities. I think he was pulling my leg. They've had a majority of the play out there, and they're looking very strong despite a tough game yesterday against Nottingham.
Cardiff beginning to pick up a little bit more. Good shout by Shannon Hope, who's behind the play but the best placed. Is he going to go off, or is he going to take the puck? Steele. But who's holding who there? I'd be interested to know which way around that's called.
Ruggles really should get the penalty.
But I don't think he's going to, you know. I think it's going to be the Seahawk.
Let's take a look at this again. Ruggles was trying to break free. Dorian couldn't get a handle on that. Ruggles was hanging on to the stick. Well, there's no doubt about that one.
Humberside Seahawks penalty, number 7, Stuart Carville.
But it's Stuart Carville who goes into the box. And it's given as hooking.
The referee was to the back of Carville, or to the back of Ruggles too, and he thought the stick was in there hooking him, but it was actually being held.
So one con job by Hilton Ruggles, and it gives Cardiff the first power play.
Meyer just had a word with Ruggles, and he says holding the stick next time, I'm going to call it.
Well, that must mean he gave it for the very first challenge. That wasn't too far away. Out comes Jason Woods. Would that have travelled? Does that count as a shot on goal? It might just. These things are very important in ice hockey. Down to Ian Cooper. They've got 2 men over. Stephen Cooper, Ian Cooper. Amazingly, they had 3 men up unmarked. and somehow Killen keeps it out. What a gift! Not just one, to tell the truth, there were three there.
Excellent stuff from the Devils. The Seahawks backing up. Lambert goes down, gets the stick out. Kaju here. Over the far side is Ian Cooper. The swipe, the stick out from Killen. Ian Cooper throws it out front. Another shot comes in from Ruggles. He puts a stick up to celebrate. That's a bit premature.
Well, anybody who was watching the semi-final yesterday will know that you have to be absolutely sure the puck is past Frank Killen. It's some amazing stuff, but that was a real opportunity. Here's Kadu again. Ian Cooper, Ruggles coming in, minute left on the penalty. It's outside the zone, they've got to come out before the puck can go back in. Stephen Cooper in possession. Almost got Ruggles in, good cover by McNaught. Down to Stephen Cooper. The shot bounces away from Shannon Hope. Just banged away with some hammer, given it by Stephen Johnson. 30 seconds on the penalty. The best opportunities seem to have gone. Or have they? Ian Cooper is fairly well wide, and it's coming all the way back down the other end. It just shows how it can, shot at one end can lead to an attack at the other sometimes. But is there a man short? The Humberside Hawks staying back. This is Hilton Ruggles. Oh, that squeezed through the skates and the pads. Ian Cooper, his initial control was poor, and Killen did well, and back to full strength by the Humberside Seahawks.
Icing is the call. They're back at full strength, as you said, and they shot it down the ice. Ruggles, with that quick release of his, squeezed through the equipment belonging to Frankie Killen. Look at this. Quick release, goes right through the pads, just beyond the far post. A let off there for Humberside.
That's good interception by Lambert. Johnson. Picked up by Kadu. McEwen. Pretty canny opening period, which lacks a little bit of verve, a little bit of excitement. Whoops, we're trying to do something about that there. Derek King. Two go flying, and that's right on cue. McEwen. Sat backwards a little bit, Frank Killen. He was pleased that nobody followed that up. Little skate around, change of pace by Johnson. 10 is Stephen, 8 is Sean, 12 is Anthony. Kadu. Needs somebody left side. Ian Cooper trying to get there, but not where the puck is. Lambert. Steele coming in from the right side as the pass is true. He came in a bit too soon. The pass was behind him. Down to Ruggles.
Devils really haven't settled down in this first period. They're not throwing the passes together like we've seen them do all season, as Frankie Killen goes down and grabs that one high in the air. I think Humberside, it's fair to say, are having a fairly good period.
John Lawless, Cardiff Devils coach. He was in 90. Player coach in those days. So no, in fact he was a player then, and in 91 he was a player coach.
John Wallace does not panic. He knows that the game goes 60 minutes, and he really doesn't start to panic at this stage. It's early days for him.
Steele misread the movement of McNaught. Down for Ruggles. Good interception on the blue line. Dorian tries to get it through. Good solid stuff around the back. But defenders, whoops, are coming out on top. That's the first air shot of the contest. Lambert in possession. Again, just knocked in and chased to the corner. And we're 5 minutes away from a scoreless opening period in this championship final. Nobody wants to take the puck. They're all marking each other. Stephen Cooper wraps it around the back. Steele, Carville has to collect. Dorian makes a... Oh, that was nearly... That's a typical move, coming off the ball to diagonal skate, and he just couldn't take it.
Dorian loves to roam in neutral ice territory. He makes it difficult for the rest of the team, but they're happy to play that way because he's so effective going forward. He leaves a hole at the back when the puck is in their zone because he's out waiting for the long pass, but the guy can score goals, he can win games.
Certainly paid off in the semi-final. Cadieux. That was cover there by Dorian, but not the best. They've got 3-on-2 here for a minute. And Cadieux, and nicely set up. We have the opening score.
3 Cardiff Devils in front. McEwen setting it up, or Cadieux rather setting it up for McEwen, who was positioned on the far post. Everyone buzzing around that goal. The Seahawks moving forward at the wrong time. The Devils are around the goal. McEwen is right there, hammering it through the pads. McEwen, watch him, moves over to the far post. Cadieux comes to this side. Instead of shooting, he puts his head up, says, "Where's McEwen?" McEwen says, "I'm over here," and that's in the back of the net.
So the opening score is the Cardiff Devils, but they may like to know that the team scoring first has lost the last 4 finals. Working hard, the Seahawks. And you can see the penalty ticking away slightly behind them. Number of seconds left in the period. Stephen Cooper. Bishop lets one go from his own blue line. 1 on the opposition blue line, 1 on the red line, 2 waiting on the defensive blue line. Johnson now making it 3. McEwen just couldn't take it. Banged away by Stephen Johnson. Doing this quite well so far, and they're going to have to do it for another 10 seconds into the middle period. And Jason Wood there has got, as the second period gets underway. Kevin McNaught counting it down. That happened a bit to Frankie Killen in the semi-final. He allowed the puck to roll around the crease when it came off the boards curiously. Both sides at full strength. Hope waiting. Didn't use him. They've gone for Stephen Cooper instead. Winds up. Might get a second chance, but won't. But Ruggles digs it out. Still keeping the pressure on Cardiff. They haven't got it away yet, but they might now. No, they haven't. And it needed the stick of Killen. Let's put it into the crowd. And the first face-off of the middle period, other than the one which started it, of course.
Barry, everyone out on the ice has to be aware of the weird and wonderful bounces that are coming off the boards and the plexiglass. Frankie Killen has gone to sleep a couple of times, and on that occasion just a moment ago it bounced right through his crease. As you said, you've got to follow it all the way around. You can't anticipate where it's going to go. You just have to keep your eye on it.
Jason Stone at the face-off. Didn't seem to have an opponent for a minute, but when he found one, it was Johnson, Stephen Johnson. Just 1 goal in the opening period, which is the lowest ever in the final. Previous was 2 goals. Bishop, that's the first charge that he's made. Ruggles expecting the pass back, which didn't come. Ian Cooper. Cardiff so far have not really played to or been allowed to play to their strengths. They haven't been moving the puck around. It's all been rather chipped up for them, but now here's a chance for Ruggles. Follow-up. Shannon Hope.
Ruggles stole the puck in neutral ice territory. This guy, as we've said in the past, never stops skating. Carville reaches for it and gives it right to Ruggles. Bishop skates back on the play, on the backhand. That bounces in off the post. Shannon Hope follows in, cleans up nicely. From a different angle, 1-on-1 there, the goaltender going down. Throws it right back out to Shannon Hope, and he puts it in the open net.
At 1:32.
Goal at 1:32 in the second period. And interesting call, because just a few seconds earlier was saying that Ruggles was anticipating the pass, which didn't come. That time he stole the puck and used it.
Ruggles is always dangerous. He really is a good player. The key when you're watching the game is to see whether a player plays in both ends of the rink. A lot of guys can score goals and the girls come to them after the game and want their autograph, but the unsung heroes are the guys who make the plays all over the ice, especially in the defensive zone.
Shot from Bishop. Hilton Ruggles, incidentally, didn't get an assist on that goal. And he goes down to Shannon Hope. That's the official at the moment. Might be a debate about that during the interval. Cadieux, follow up by Nicky Chin. Couldn't get his stick on it, but Cadieux can. And they've got a man in front. Shot was from King, turned away by Killen. Man in front was Chin for a moment. Sean Johnson trying to find a way through. He's robbed by McEwen. Cardiff beginning to roll a little bit. Lambert just plays it in.
Good shot by Derek King at the other end of the rink, but a great save. The glove hand going out. Frankie Killen getting a piece of it.
Sums up the problems if you're trying to play Cardiff. Lambert. Johnson. Dan Dorian. Shannon Hope just holding him out, preventing the pass from coming in. They've now got Johnson in front. He's gone out to the corner to collect it. But Cardiff looking to have a bit more know-how at this stage. You get the impression that Seahawks need to get something on the score sheet. Must have taken a lot out of themselves yesterday. Stephen Cooper, Hilton Ruggles. Lovely turn. Maybe shouldn't play with it too much there. He's lost it, but he's gone to get it back. Checked by Anthony Johnson, but he came off the worst. Down goes Stephen Cooper. Here's Ian Cooper. Got a man out to the right. This is Shannon Hope, scorer of the only goal so far. The second goal, rather, the only goals in this second period. Johnson. Getting it out of their end quite as well as they were before. Great deal of forechecking and battling for the puck going on from Cardiff Devils.
Humberside have stopped skating in their own zone. As you said, they're having difficulty getting it out. They're not throwing it forward, and they're not breaking out as a unit.
And they're not getting it away, and here's McEwen, and that's the second of this period. Ian Cooper is the scorer. 3-0 Cardiff. And an illustration, Paul, of not getting it out of their defensive zone.
McEwen, so very unselfish here. He goes in, he's got a great opportunity to score. He goes over to Cooper, who's on the forehand side. He's got the momentum going forward. If not, trying to get it out of the zone. That bangs off the boards, comes to McEwen, and Cooper bangs it in the back of the net.
And it was Ian Cooper who actually started that move. Combination between the two. Cooper the goal, Ian Cooper assist by Doug McEwen.
McEwen at 4:40.
Bishop trying to get his side going. And offside call. North, who couldn't get away, beaten by the whistle. And you might think that a team that plays on Friday evening as opposed to Saturday afternoon has an advantage, because obviously they have a day to recover. But over the last 9 years, winners of the first semi-final on the Friday have won the title 5 times, and the Saturday afternoon team have won it 4 times, so not much in it. Hebe was looking for Steele. Steele looked back at Hebe, and whistle had gone anyway.
Cardiff are playing intelligent hockey defensively. Once the Seahawks hit the Cardiff blue line, it's a man-on-man situation. They're taking the body until the Seahawks can't even skate over the blue line. They're being taken out of the play. Sean Johnson 3 times now has been hammered against the boards when he's tried to squeeze through.
Derek King. Carville going back to chase, and being put under a lot of pressure as he was by Hilton Ruggles. This time it's by Doug McEwen. They need some support, the Humberside Seahawks. Referee not helping them too much there. Still haven't got the puck away. McEwen determined to hold it in, and succeeds. And when they come out, the pass is too long, and Hebe just bangs it back again. Now Bishop didn't make contact with the puck in the end. Knocks it in. Johnson goes off to chase. Stephen Johnson. King. McEwen. Comfortable interception. Would have been an offside call, picked up by Derek King. Stopped by Killen. Carville didn't hit it cleanly. They've got problems here, the Seahawks. They really do have to get their game together, whether they could be out of it. That's another one. Stephen Cooper, the scorer.
The Cardiff Devils have very mobile defensemen. These guys not only play good defensive hockey, but they can score goals, as you've just seen. Cooper, Hope, King, they can all pop them. On this occasion, right in the circle, a one-timer beats Frankie Killen. Stephen Cooper, number 55, coming into position. Big pass out from brother Ian. They've done this before. Another look at that, hitting the far corner, and that's number 4.
4-0 Cardiff Devils. That's a good save. First time that Jason Wood's been at full stretch. Is Cadieux, and not quite.
A great setup by Nicky Chin. He fed it through to Steve Cadieux, and Cadieux was hooked from behind as he broke in on goal. Nicky Chin was positioned in the neutral zone. Cadieux was brought down from behind, and Seahawks will have a man in the box.
Lambert who goes.
Humberside Seahawks penalty number 18, Dale Lambert. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes.
So the hooking penalty adding to the problems for the Humberside Seahawks. You were saying, Paul, they were playing defensively. There's Lambert who sits it out, and they've made mistakes defensively in their own end, and it's been very costly.
Well, they're not as sharp as they can be, that's for sure. That was a professional foul. Peter Johnson, the coach, won't be too unhappy about that. Had he let Cadieux go through, he probably would have scored. So it's like in football, he brought him down when he should have brought him down.
Nicky Chin had a man over too. Out to Hope. Over to Stephen Cooper. Knocks it in for the chase. Cadieux on this side, it's come out, and Dorian can't take it with him. That's well played by Johnson. Carville just knocks it down the ice. Oh, just slightly late there, Carville. 1 or 2 complaints from the crowd, but all part and parcel of the game. Bishop gives it air. Dorian just skating around, hoping to get on the end of that. They need him now back in cover because it's 5-on-4 here. Cadieux waits. They've got a man on the blue line. This is he. That's a good solid check on McEwen by Bishop. Settle down, Bishop, says the referee. I think Bishop will feel he did his job very well then. McEwen still waiting. They've got a man over on the far side, Cooper. A man coming in, Cadieux, and that's another one. They got outmanoeuvred then. All sorts of options, and Steve Cadieux gets number 5.
Barry, I really don't know why Dan Dorian was out there killing penalties, because he doesn't know how to play that game. He's still playing offensive hockey. Cadieux was Dorian's man, but Dorian went for a skate the other way. All Cadieux had to do was walk into the slot and pump it into the back of the net. He was unmolested. Dorian was going the other way, waiting for a breakaway. That's not the way you play on a penalty killing outfit. You need guys who are going to play defensive hockey and not look for the quick break until the puck is on your stick.
Cardiff get the Grand Slam. They'll be the 3rd to do it. It was done by Dundee Rockets in season 83-84 and by Darren Ross in 90-91. And as far as the Coopers are concerned, it'll be the league and championship double 4 seasons running. 2 Durham, 2 Cardiff. 4 minutes of the middle period remaining. It's going to need some sensational turnaround in the final period if the title is to go to Humberside. But the thing is that they will feel that they've done awfully well to get into the final. No one would have expected that from 7th place league. That's Cadieux's shot. This is Nicky Chin. Lambert. Under pressure to get it out, and that's how they've been. And Cardiff have wanted to apply the pressure. It's paid off. Sean Johnson, a bit more pace in this, and now here's a chance for McNaught. Scores! Very, very good play from Humberside Seahawks. Now, how much is that going to lift them? Not only have they scored, Paul, but they've scored a very good goal.
That was a very pretty goal indeed. Sean Johnson started the whole thing off and left it to the Canadian who holds a British passport, plays for the national team. Kevin McNaught goes to his forehand side and puts it upstairs. Picks it up just on the blue line. That's a breakaway. Gets in behind the defense despite the big chop. Gets the shot away. And Jason Wood is beaten for the first time in this competition. Going back to stay with the shooter, and that stays right in the back of the net, just to let Wood know that that's a goal.
And that's the first goal against Jason Wood at Wembley. His record stopped. So Gordon Wade, our statistician, tells me over these 3 matches here, no goals against for 156 minutes and 39 seconds. That includes the junior, the semi-final, and this final. It's just a rolling puck and no more. Stephen Cooper to Shannon Hope. 2 minutes of the period left. Killen. That's not the best of clearances by Killen. It's picked up by Ruggles. And Ruggles again. And Stone. And Cooper. But in the end, Killen stops what he started. And there's a touch of afters.
Bishop towers over everyone out there. Look at the size of that guy. Ian Cooper was right in front of the net, redirecting the puck. The shot in, Stephen. There's the tip, and Killen goes down. Ruggles is poking, and that's the last thing a defenseman wants to see, is the opposing forward taking a poke at the goaltender. They'll always come along and defend. No penalties on the plate.
Ian Cooper, touch untidy at the back. Got to get it away from there, the Seahawks. They certainly don't want to concede another one before the break, or indeed after it. Almost finding Ruggles. They were on the up for a moment, but Cardiff had come back at them. Just batted away into the corner by Frank Killen, but it's not away yet. Should be now. Chance of a break. 3-on-2 for a moment. Ian Cooper evens it up. It's a bit wide on this side. Picked up by Stephen Johnson, what it should have been, but wasn't. Comes down to Ian Cooper instead. Ruggles in tow to his left. McEwen on the far side. Ian Cooper goes on the short side. It's loose around the back. They don't quite know where it is, and it's knocked round the back and clear. Comes down to Bishop. Into the final minutes of the middle period. Johnson, Sean Moriarty, the youngest, giving it away to Ruggles, the last man in the world you want to give it to. And a bit of holding going on to the left, but the referee says more acting than actuality, and not called.
There wasn't a whistle on the play. Everyone came to an abrupt halt and looked around, and the officials say, oh, I don't know what happened. Everybody stopped playing hockey. So they're going to bring the face-off into neutralized territory. There must have been a whistle in the crowd.
It was probably an offside call there. One or two were looking to see if there was going to be a penalty given. Anyway, nothing accrued, and it's going to be Cadieux at the face-off. That's when Stephen Cooper's kind enough to get himself rigged out. He is now. Last seconds of this middle period. It's down to 30. 5-1 the score. Last attack. McNaught. Down to 10 seconds now. And the Seahawks keeping it in at the Cardiff end, but they couldn't find a stick to find. The two defensemen stayed back then, neither went in on it. And Cadieux is beaten by the hooter. And the second period comes to an end. Not quite as comfortable for Cardiff as it seemed at 5-0. McEwen. Dan Dorian. Johnson up with him, Dorian, oh, a second chance, a third chance, not a fourth. Anthony Johnson, the player denied, and he can't quite believe how. Inside the final minute and a half.
21-year-old Jason Wood coming up with some excellent goaltending.
That's in though, Dan Dorian, across the face of Jason Wood. His second goal. And both have been very cleanly struck, one from one side, one from the other.
A moment ago, Jason Wood was under fire. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots coming from all angles, coming from close in. On this occasion, Dorian goes down. He looks around to see if there are any possibilities of a pass, tees it up as he hits the circle center spot and hits that far corner. Right across the ice. So relaxed, so casual, gets in a position. Wood goes perhaps a bit too far to his left, and he leaves the right-hand side open, and Dorian finds it.
So in the final period, and an assist on that goal goes to Frank Killen, the netminder of Seahawks. They've outscored the Devils by 3-2 in this final period. There's still a 3-goal advantage for Cardiff, and we're into the last minute. It's given the match a brighter finish than seemed likely. 15 seconds left on the penalty. It's still a power play for Seahawks. McEwen in possession of the puck. One of many to have an excellent tournament for the Cardiff Devils. Final second of the penalty, and 30 seconds left on the match. Dan Dorian, I think it's significant that he hasn't really been seen until the final period. Bishop's shot, couldn't get the deflection. Anthony Johnson was battling round the back. Out come Cardiff. Are they going to have the Last say. Frank Killen clears it. He's the man of the match as far as the Seahawks are concerned, and Doug McEwen has been given the reward for the winners, the Cardiff Devils, who become the third side to achieve ice hockey's Grand Slam. The Autumn Cup they won, the league they won, the Heineken Championship they have now won 7-4 in the final against the Humberside Seahawks. Without question, they are the best side in British ice hockey. Cardiff Devils.